Welcome back, guys. We're going to jump ourselves straight into the draft. Game 3. The Pango taking on Team Jekich here in the ESL One Mumbai 2019 European and CIS qualifiers at Lacoste. Game 1, pretty simple for Team Jekich, it looked like. The Pango, even with a one-game advantage, struggling.
Oh yeah, my boy. And guess what we're gonna have as a first pick? Viper.
Your wishes have been answered.
Prayers have been answered, indeed. Team Jekich played extremely well. I didn't expect them to do this good, especially against a team like Pango. Even though they beat them, they took the one game out of them on the first day of this qualifiers in the best of 3. But still, I feel that Pango is a better team. But if Team Jekich continues to play like this, I'm gonna say that they could be the one qualifying and go to India.
They absolutely could. They absolutely could. What else do we have? Chen, Shadow Shaman, Elder Titan, Lifestealer, Keeper of the Light, Ursa banned. And the response to the Viper, a Monkey King and a Rubik. And I've seen plenty of players talk about, in their pubs, the way to defeat the Viper is to lane Rubik in the mid against him. Steal the Viper Strike, steal the Nether Toxin, turn it around on his face, get that break going. And also, Rubik is a pretty strong mid laner against the Viper as well, with the Fade Bolt. Super handy.
Yeah, Viper is not lane dominator anymore because of different skill build that he goes for. Like he's not going 4-0-4 with ulti up, just so that he can push you out of the lane and then get the free farm. Instead, he might lose the lane matchup and then he just falls back into a jungle, farms with his second ability. If someone is stacking for him, it's going to be even better.
And then he makes those rotations count once he hits level 6 or 7. Get a couple of kills under his belt. And the Pango banning out Chaos Knight now. Another hero that can do particularly well against the Viper, with all of that physical damage shredding through the nasty green poison-spitting man. Shadow Demon's quite an interesting one for me. You know, Oracle's picked up, and then they ban SD.
10 seconds remaining.
I'm not sure why the SD ban.
Yeah.
I guess he can find Monkey King on the trees.
Remaining.
That's an odd one. But Oracle, very solid pickup here against Monkey King, right? You can dispel off the Jingu once he gets the stacks up.
Yeah.
Even save the... Like, with a Viper as well, you've got the spell Lifesteal. And you're able to get a lot of HP regen if you get hit by a false promise.
And now Pango took out of Team Jekich's book what they did in the previous game. Viper builds into Guardian Greaves after a row of ATAS. I think that's the standard build right now. And false promise becomes way better.
Even more powerful. Nature's Prophet now gone. PA is still out there if someone like Chappie wants to pick it up. And Rubik and Monkey King still reasonably versatile in where they can go laning-wise. Not really giving anything away. And now a Juggernaut ban. That would have added so much sustain and heal to this kind of slow push from the Pango. Like you said with the Greaves, the Oracle heal. Juggernaut healing ward on top of it all would have been real nasty for Team Jekich to try and handle. But here's the pivot pick. The third pick when you've got second pick. Important hero to come out for this dire side.
10 seconds remaining.
And usually it's the platform you kind of launch yourself off to build your draft on.
5 seconds remaining.
Do you think that this pick is that important?
I don't think it's like the be-all and end-all, but it's usually a hero that can go across 3 lanes, and also it's like the deterrent pick. If you pick like a Razor or a Lifestealer or whatever it may be, Monkey King very often slots into this position. It scares your opponents into not picking certain heroes that maybe they wanted to pick. Like, let's say Lifestealer is still in the pool, you pick a Razor here, and your enemies are like, oh, we can't pick Lifestealer anymore. Or you pick a Monkey here, and then they can't pick Kunkka, or they can't go for those melee carries. I'm not sure how how important it is in this draft in particular, though, as they grab up the Leshrac. Again, a versatile hero, like you were mentioning in the previous game.
Yeah, most of the teams either ban Lash or get him in first phase.
Zayat's Techies!
Zayat's Techies. All right, 1-1. So this is practically a BO3.
It sure is.
And they can't afford to lose this one. I was expecting them to maybe pick it in the first one because they had the advantage from the upper bracket, and they can
10
blow it
seconds
away
remaining.
with techies.
So position for
5
Zayat's techies.
seconds remaining.
Lots of damage. And that blast off, giving you silence up against heroes like Leshrac and Rubik, very handy. But also just the ability to piss off the Monkey King, right? With mines in the trees, he can jump over them, but it's always going to give you some indicator of where he is, where he's going, what he's up to. And maybe even just destroy the trees with a blast off to knock him off his perch.
Radiant team pick.
Hell yeah, what's going on? We were
We're
talking
in
about
for a
Wraith King
three-
yesterday, weren't we?
Yep. Wraith King. I gotta check what kind of buffs Wraith King received because this hero, besides move speed, right? Wraith King.
Who needs
loaded
buffs when you've
to-
got 2 lives, Lacoste? What, he walks into mines, he walks up high ground. Remote mines? I don't care. I'm going to hit your tower. I've got a second life. You can't just blow me off the map. The big man with a stun. I wonder, though, is this a core Wraith King or a support Wraith King? Because he's pretty good with Leshrac in lane, right? Have a stun into Split Earth.
Yeah.
It's super nice.
So he got extra movement speed in the previous patch from 295 to 300, and then from 300 to 315, and strength gain increased from 2.8 to 3.2.
10 seconds remaining.
Man.
5 seconds remaining.
The Skeleton King returns. Pango answering with a Bat Rider now, though. Gives them some good catch potential onto heroes like Leshrac. Like we saw in the last game, he sits forward, he hits the tower with Diabolic Edict. Bat Rider always, historically, has been good against these kind of heroes, the DKs, the Lifestealers, the Leshracs, because they put themselves in the front of their team, and you drag them even further away with your lasso, behind your towers, kill them off. But he's also a pretty solid laner here. Nobody particularly good at dealing with sticky napalm. There's no slugs or PLs or anything.
Bat Rider, really good pickup. Their turn rate is not that great. He has a flying vision, so he can see the Monkey King.
Radiant team ban.
Where do we go now with our final bans? There's the PA. Take it out of the game. I can't put my finger on where Team Jekich are putting these heroes. Every hero can go into every lane. The Pango is a little more linear. You know, Viper mid, Techie's Oracle is your 4 and your 5. Bat Rider for Ghost Stick likely going to be the 3. So it's the position 1 that they need as their final pick. Whereas Team Jekich is like,
5
question
seconds
mark?
remaining.
What do we ban? What do we ban?
They're a bit squishy with their lineup. Viper can tank up Bat Rider, Techie's Oracle. Oh, I don't know about this one.
Radiant team pick. Dire team pick.
All right, so they needed someone that can get rid of either sticking up bomb charges. Juggernaut is gone. There's no Lifestealer, and Weaver is the third hero that does well against him. Phantom Lancer's still in the pool, but
10 seconds
Picking
remaining.
PL into Viper, you know,
yeah, it doesn't feel that great of a
5
pick.
seconds
And
remaining.
I don't know what they plan to do with this Monkey King, Raid King, a lot of kings on their side.
so they pick Sand King, right? They get the triple king.
Is there one more king?
Uh,
Oh, but Leshrac, the Vampire King, he's here.
the Vampire King.
That's Jack's reference to,
Yeah.
I don't know, some kind of lore. During King's Cup, he said that Leshrac is a Vampire King. I don't know, Jack is mad sometimes.
Are there any more kings? There's lots of knights, but I think we've hit all the kings, right? Pangolier, final pickup.
Now select your
Pangolier King, there it is, the last king.
The Pango King. Chappy Wraith King. That's what we're dealing with. That's what comes out. I mean, Invoker is a king in his mind, right? That's what matters.
Yeah. Excuse me for 30 seconds, Gary.
No problem, Lacoste. And we'll just wait for the guys to pick up all their heroes. The Pango, Like we expected, everything slots into place. Kuman mid Viper, Slayer the position 5, Oracle with a really sick-looking cosmetic set. Zayats on his signature techies, Ghost Stick the Batrider, and Naive the Troll. As Team Jekich, it looks like they've got a Yoku offlane Pango, position 1 Wraith King. Misha will be the support Lesh, so we're going to have some stun combos going there between them. But no fear, Rubik and FN on the Monkey King. Moving things
I'm back,
around a
my
little
dude.
bit. Very
I just
good.
had to tell my girlfriend to shut the fuck up. She was screaming loudly, doing some impression of cats. Just kidding. No.
Impression of...
Turn off the oven.
Is she meowing at you? Meow. Lacoste, meow. Well, like, I don't think she would call you Lacoste, right?
No. I mean, usually she calls me daddy, but...
Oh!
Back to the game. What do you think? Who's gonna win the draft? Who won the draft? And can they do it with techies? I mean, they're playing pretty serious with this hero.
Yeah, it's not a meme pick. It's like a legitimate...
Yeah, it's legit hero for Zayat.
It is. And honestly, I don't know. I feel like Team Jekich have the much more stock standard, easy to execute, but the Pango have a really fun looking draft to play around with. But it's going to come down to these lanes and how they set them up, and what Zayats can do early on with this blast off. Pairing up with Ghost Digger looks like with the Batrider. Out towards top lane. Kuman Viper mid, easy peasy, Slayer on the Oracle, and Naive Troll.
Alright.
So Misha is the support Leshrac. No fear on the Rubik in the position 4. And Chappie the Pos 1 Wraith King. It's been a while since we've seen him return. The glory days are long gone. And Chappie's trying to bring him back. What even is the build on Wraith King nowadays? Midas Radiance? Do you go back to that kind of build?
He could. It's extremely slow. I don't know. I didn't see Wraith King for at least half a year.
And when we did, it was like Puppy playing it kind of support, jungle, Helm of the Dominator.
Helm of the Dominator, yeah.
Exactly. It's going to be an interesting ride, no doubt. FN will post himself up in the mid lane, so he's going to 1v1 the Viper, it looks like. Well, Zayats says hello to Yoku. 32 base damage against Stout Shield. Yeah. Not great.
Look how speedy they are on the bottom lane. Chappie on Wraith King 318 and Leshrac almost 330. What?
Damn. They're pretty quick, hey? So I like what Yoku just did. He kind of faked out that maybe he's going mid. Zayats was pinging it out, potentially giving a bit of info, but it will end up being the Yoku Pango top alone. They're hunting for kills down bottom. Leshrac and Rubik.
Oh, Techie's harassment.
Oh, but Slayer's here now.
They might kill him.
They might kill him.
They might. He has blast off level 1. Full damage, 300.
Getting what you came for.
Techie's deeping bottom.
Right. Do force out the first swashbuckle and a bit of regen out of that Pangolier early on. And they do bring Zayats down bottom, so he will lane with the Batrider here. Hiding himself away in the trees. Difficult laning matchup, though. This tri-lane incredibly potent. Coming out
It's
from
always
Team
difficult
Jekich.
when you have Techies on your lane.
Like, what does he do? He waits, and then he blasts off and hopes he gets a kill.
He's gonna steal whole level on this bottom lane. They're gonna go on him.
Oh, they absolutely will. He might be able to deny himself, though. Back into the trees, hiding away. Throws the blast off and does deny himself. So he'll be able to return to life, but 30 seconds cooldown on his TP. It's going to be a long walk back into whatever lane he decides to head to.
Walk of shame. He could have popped the healing salve. They're not gonna dive Batrider because they already used their stuns, so he would be fine. Now they're diving Batrider.
They take him low. They'll force the salve out. Make sure Ghost Stick's regen gets whittled away little by little. How's this mid lane going, though, Lacoste? That's what I'm interested in. Because FN seems like he's performing very well with 6 denies, 4 CS against the Vipers 1 and 2.
He's using Mischief to dodge every projectile that Viper hits every time it's ready. He just uses it to mitigate the damage coming out from Viper. So far, so good. We saw Monkey King yesterday played by FN against Dazzle, and he did way, way better than what I expected. Dodged pretty much every single poison touch with the mischief besides one.
Misha playing with Ghost Stick, but doesn't land the Split Earth. Double damage
Slayer.
rune going to work.
He wants the suicide.
So he does. No Fear can't catch up to him. So Oracle drops to the tower. I want to die. That's a good little chat line when you're playing position 5. In we go, blast off to start things off. Zayat's using it there just as a harassment tool against the Leshrac, it looks like. Ghost Stick with no real opportunity to follow through and look for any kind of kill. These lanes are so
far,
awkward.
Yeah, I'm not impressed by this Jekich. Level 1, 3 minutes in.
Not really accomplishing a whole heck of a lot. And with these two stuns, we move in again. Chappie and Misha. Tons of damage. Ghost Stick pretty much out of regen. Nowhere near his bottle.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Salve. So this is what Zayat is doing. He's buying salves and just bringing them to Ghost Stick. He's the roaming fountain. Heal up his teammates. Keep them nice and healthy.
Yeah, that's gonna end well.
Ruin his economy as he moves along. But he's hit level 2 now, so the little landmines will be plopped down everywhere to try and stop the Leshrac from making too many aggressive maneuvers forward.
Man, Jekich is the only hero. I mean, not anymore. Jekich, Broodmother, maybe Huskar to one extent, where game looks completely different when you're playing against these three heroes. Jekich, Suicide.
Oh,
Bam!
too late. Chappie with the burn damage through that Wraithfire Blast finds the kill. First blood goes the way of Team Jekich. And yet again, this Techie's not looking particularly hot. Well, mid lane, the continuation. FN is cruising. 17-14. I've missed a kill top. That's my bad. Because I am bad. Rubik dies to Naive. Well, I'm just in shock. This Monkey King, I don't know why I'm in shock. It's FN. 20-14, 11-4. It's a disgusting amount of CS.
Monkey King's gonna chase him.
Misha's going to get a kill here, potentially. With the Monkey arriving, most certainly. Kuman, the Viper, he wanted to get away from this abusive middle lane, but he can't find any escape. Farms the jungle and gets caught by Misha's rotation.
FN does this every time. Buys Boots of Speed, one Raid Band, then gets Orb of Venom, so he can chase them down, have extra damage, extra kill potential.
Look at where Kuman's gone now, man. 5 minutes in, he TP's top shrine to grab a bounty rune and to farm the jungle. This is not where he wants to be, but he has to leave that Monkey King alone in the mid, or else he will just continue to chain feed. And Yoku top is doing very well. 24-1. Troll is free farming, fair enough, but they haven't really shut down this Pangolier.
Pango doing just fine with one rotation, with Rubik helping him out. He's even a decent level, like he's extremely high level. Level 5 minutes in, has a Javelin.
Oh god, yeah. Javelin already. Getting pummeled by Slayer a little bit there, but he's got a salve to work with, should be fine. And there's the dire scan, they know exactly what's up. Viper farming jungle, and Misha lurking in the shadows is going to zone him out of lane. They ping the Leshrac, but I don't think they've just not got the resources to come and defend it. Kuman has to sit by his tier 2 mid. This is what we like to see, Vipers being destroyed.
Scanning.
Oh yeah, this is why I wanted him to get picked. So that people realize he's not that OP. I think he's OP. Look how fast he farms and doesn't even get the damage from these creeps.
Another great thing about the Wraith King here is the skeletons against the little landmines. Potentially walking into the jungle to chase the techies, pop the mines and waste all of that time that Zayat is spending. Creating the minefield over to the eastern side of that bottom lane. Misha gets a very nice ward down and sees both Slayer and Kuman in this northern jungle around that shrine as well. With Monkey King's arrival, he's got a double damage rune. Bottom lane, they are chasing Chappie. Wraithfire Blast, maybe no fear here. He's already spended his telekinesis. Kuman's died up to the top, but the Pango claim a kill on the Wraith King, unfortunately losing their Bat Rider in the process. But the Pango are being beaten, they're being crushed. This is the second game in a row as of...
Opa! You spoke too soon.
He walked into the mines. I see.
Yeah. And that's a full level for Tekis. He's level 4 right now. Usually he struggles to find kills, and the way they initiate the fight is use a blast off, then Batrider with the Firefly, Flame Break, couple of sticky palm charges. That's not a good blast off.
We'll get them a kill on Chappie though, it looks like. Oh, maybe not. Telekinesis is good from No Fear. Ghost Stick sent back, and Chappie barely surviving. It would have been another hit or two for the Batrider to claim his life. And in fact, Team Jekich bringing numbers down bottom. Pango has arrived with Rolling Thunder ready. Misha's Lashrak is coming down south as well.
Yeah, what are they doing? They're
Shrining.
basically 5 men at the same place on the map.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Oh, the value, 5-man shrine. Just kidding, it's a 3-man shrine. They're gonna smoke up and try to grab some kills. Someone needs to go top. No Fear TP'd. He wants to grab that XP, not the best rotation.
And Kuman back into the jungle. He's hit level 6. No points in ulti just yet. Trying to max out that Nether Toxin, like you were saying. The farm power of that Nether Toxin against these creeps, incredibly potent. But Misha spots him. And Kuman's on half HP. With the Edict up to level 2, they land the Split Earth. Slayer's coming in to try and save him up, but the jump across. FN claims the life. Meanwhile, Yoku has dropped. The Pango's fallen to the Ghost Stick bat down bot. But they're going to get a double kill here. Slayer's being destroyed by the Monkey King. And with the Jingu stacks, it looks oh so easy.
Yeah, they even forced him to use a shrine. I think Viper could have used the Viper Strike on Lash, maybe threaten a kill on him, even though he's tanky with Magic Wand, Fairy Fire. So, how's our boy Raid King doing? He's just jungling now.
Yeah, he's going Midas. I guess that keeps his build pretty open. You know, Midas Blink, Midas Blade Mail, Midas Radiance. Could go a number of directions here. The Troll is also in a similar spot, farm-wise anyway. 9.5 minutes in, top of the net worth with 4.5k. He's got Battle Fury queued up. I do worry though, you know, after game 1, the timing of the Pango, they aimed for that 35 minute mark to really get online and have these heroes click into place. Team Jekich are playing faster. They're itemizing for these earlier pushes, these really strong kind of 20-25 minute timings to strike onto the tier 1s and the tier 2s. And especially with the Lashrak with level 3 Diabolic Edict, they make short work of these objectives. 10-minute bounty rune spawning up. They'll claim both of them bottom, and I think Rubik might even grab both top Lacoste. 4 bounty runes going to go the way of the Dire.
For Windstrike, actually.
Yeah, I keep seeing that as well.
Alright. 4 bounties for Windstrike. Easy.
Easy. And what's that? Level 6. No Fear Rubik buys the tome as well. Steals the melee whirling axes. He's got some really sick spells to steal. Anything from Oracle, Batrider's Firefly is pretty good. Anything from Viper. Techie's spells are pretty sick, to be honest. And imagine Rubik steals Battle Trance as well to keep himself alive. And then starts chasing people.
Stealing mines. I mean, Techie's got a buff. His mana cost on the level 1 remote mines got reduced by 80 mana.
150 mana per pop. He's going to start making himself a nice little pocket here. Guard all of the ramps and stop this Team Jekich from pushing into the jungle too much. And to be honest, Kuman, he's recovered from the laning stage. 0-3-1 is his score, but he's climbing the net worth very quickly, and he's swinging into Rod of Atos. You know, he's going to have it in the next 2 minutes or so.
I guess once they get that, they could start playing more aggressive. The problem is, with this kind of a build, Troll is not going to be joining fights anytime soon.
It's going to take quite some time for him to feel comfortable in this game. And top lane, No Fear, doing a great job just sitting in front of the tier 1, clearing out the waves, just to make sure Troll can't get any of that chip damage onto the tower. Still almost full HP on that top tier 1.
It feels like Pango does not want to fight. I'm just looking at their items. Batrider, first item, Boots of Travel queued up. Viper's just going to continue farming, and once they get their items on Troll, on Viper. They can just stall the game with techies.
Double damage rune down bottom. Yoku very happily grabs it up. Bottom lane's pretty scary though. You know, Batrider's here with Lasso, and there are mines on both east and western sides of the lanes. Nobody really wants
that's gonna be a sick combo.
Just drag him in, blow him up. Are they trying for it now? Got a lot of damage here onto Yoku. Swashbuckle on cooldown, but he's going to go with the Rolling Thunder and charge forward. But the mines, Yoku, careful, hey buddy. Rolls himself away. Could have blown up there. Spooky, spooky forest. You don't want to walk into that area. But it is delay tactics. The Pango, they've found themselves really nice, deep places to farm, and they're not being touched too hard now. 13 minutes in. Only a 2,000 net worth lead for the Dire team.
I want to see some skeletons respawning.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
That's such a meme. Raid King having some skeletons running around.
Little skelly bros. Oh, Misha. Don't. No. Okay, yes. Do that. Kill the mines. Don't walk into them and die. I'll commit onto this tier 1 now. Level 4 Edict over on Misha's Lesh. Forcing the glyph early on from the Pango. Still, you've got this Rubik top, so there's no mirroring pressure to come out on the other side of the map, but they're going to try and do it anyway. With a smoke and an Atos, they'll catch no fear, and Slayer's here. Drops the Fortune's End, and drops the Rubik. While down bottom, they're trying to catch Ghostic. Rolling Thunder again from Yoku, swinging into action as the Batrider hangs right, but they've got the stuns. Blast into Split Earth, crash in on top, and that's a kill on Bat for a kill on Rubik, and the tier 1 falling immediately after.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
And no real trade here. Top lane, they could TP up and defend if they really want to. Oh, FN knows there's mines on this ramp now. Oh,
Dire's
there's
top
so many
tower
of them.
is under attack.
Beep, beep.
Oh.
Alright. He's being pinged out.
Oh.
Rude.
Big uh-oh. Oh, I thought Zayats was still nearby. He could have had a blast off there, but he's gone to mine the top rune.
Oh, the dream techies with regeneration.
Infinite mines. So, just before the 15-minute rune spawn, he's going in to mine all the spots, but another Rod of Atos grab. No fear. Steals the Nether Toxin, chucks it back the way of the Viper, but still
Dire's
falls
top tower
over.
is under attack.
It's getting a little bit weird and wonderful here. As the Radiant, they're starting to really stamp their mark on this game. They're showing why they've picked the techies, the Batrider. Pushing pretty hard up into this dire jungle area. With the ward they've got a little bit deeper, they see Misha and they see Chappie.
It's so hard to enter the jungle right now. Like, you give... It makes a lot of sense now. Troll is gonna go for Battle Fury and just farm the jungle where Techies is gonna place mines. So he's gonna be pretty safe there.
Well, here we move in onto Chappie. He's got himself his ulti. Dragging him into the mines with a Firefly, but he turns to Wraithfire Blast onto Slayer.
Middle tower is
Looks like
under
they've got some sentries here to spot the mines on the Bounty Rune spot as well from Misha.
bottom tower is under attack.
It's fine. Even if they didn't grab a kill, not even kill him the first time. Troll farming on bottom, they also rotate 4 heroes on top, which means some of them are not gonna farm.
I'm a big fan of this. I saw it on the Monkey King and I thought, oh, Diffusal Blade, first item, that's pretty cool. But it's even cooler against the techies. He stopped the blast off mid-animation because he just burnt all the mana. Zayats couldn't deny himself. Also very handy up against Batrider, Oracle, even the Troll to a large extent. You know, Troll wants to get down to 20% HP, 30% HP, pop the ulti, turn around, fight. But if he's getting mana burn, he's going to have to pop that much earlier as we watch Slayer get ganked by Misha, but the turnaround for Pango is here. Bat and Viper claim the Lashrak's life, and he's dead for 30 seconds. Team Jekich have to take their foot off the pedal just for a little bit.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
How's our boy Techies doing? Where is he mining? On the mid lane, he has the... Alright, he has some mana boots right now. He's good to go.
So does the Viper, working towards his Arcane's mech into Greaves. A smoke up from Team Jekich. No fear and FN. Bringing Misha mid as well. With a Blade Mail complete on the Wraith King. It looks like they're trying to hit this timing, but bottom. A grab with a lasso. Stacking up these napalm charges and forcing the Rolling Thunder. Yoku will have to roll himself away. Not into the mines, buddy.
If he goes near the mine, he might die.
He's picking it out. He was testing, you know, he's poked his toe in the water. He knows it's very cold, so he will not jump in. He won't find the bat as he TPs away. But they know there's a minefield here. FN, careful.
Ghost is creating so much space for his team with Boots of Travel. I'm not a big fan of Boots of Travel first item, but he's using it so well. Just forces a rotation and then TPs to a different side of the map to farm. How many mines are there on mid lane? You can't see it, right?
There are...
Between tier 1 and tier 2 tower.
I'm going to say 5, 6. It's been pinged out. They know exactly where the mines are, though. And they jump in onto Misha. Blast-off's there, but not quite enough damage to bring the Leshrac down. It will delay this push, or stop it in its tracks, actually. As the rest of Team Jekich back into the jungle. In the meanwhile, though, they get a push onto the tier 2 down bottom. No Fear and FN swing into the jungle. And a TP from Ghostic does get spotted. Edict with a lift, Split Earth connects, but the lasso comes out just in time. Wukong's circles them as Kuman pops the shrine, but this poor little FN Monkey King has nothing to do anymore. The rotation from the Oracle shuts him out of the fight, and the poor little Rubik throws his final Fade Bolt before he'll die too.
Alright, so far so good for Pango. Techie is creating a lot of space. They can't enter Troll's jungle. Look at his farm. 10,000 gold. Has Battle Fury working towards BKB. Level 15, 19 minutes in. That's sick.
And it's all because of this techies. You know, we often talk about Enigma, Tidehunter, the threat of the Ravage, the Black Hole. But the threat of walking into mines is definitely scaring this Dire team. It's gone from them playing aggressively, jumping, hunting, killing, shutting down the Viper, to now thinking, hey, we can't really go across the map and do anything anymore. This techies is closing the door on us.
Do you think all techies players get reports?
Yeah.
9 times?
Yeah.
Just straight, yeah.
Yeah, they deserve it. I don't know, it depends, right? It depends what the techies does. If he's actually doing what Zayats does, making sure that your position 1 and your position 2 have a happy time, you're making them happy, then it's fine. But if you're stealing their CS and you're shoving all the waves, you know, every time I have a techies in my game, he's like sitting by tier 3 top lane, cutting waves and farming himself, so I have no farm myself. That's when I get sad. Misha, also going to be sad. Lassoed up into the Slayer's nukes, and down he goes.
You need to threaten to report him at the start. Like, dude, you reported, you picked techies. And then when he plays well and wins you the game,
commend
then
him.
you commend him. Exactly.
Good strat. It's the carrot and the stick strat. Threaten with punishment, and then reward with lovely things. Well, Naive continues his farming ways. BKB only a couple of 100 gold away. That's when this Pango side are really going to strike hard, because they'll have Greaves, they'll have BKB. It's going to be difficult for this Dire team to fight, but a nice little Rolling Thunder cancelling the TP, and Zayat silenced. Blast off and denied. That is demoralizing. You spend so many spells to try and kill him off, and he's just like, nah, you can't touch me.
Meanwhile, everyone on Pango's team is farming. Even Oracle is jungling.
He's got a jungle to his own. Ghostic's holding out mid with drums, travels. He's even got Blink Dagger done now.
He's so farmed. This is how you use Boots of Travel. I praised him. I praised Ghostic in the previous game. And this guy knows how to play. Like, his itemization is always on point.
Is it smoke? Yes. Okay. Thank you for answering my question, Pango. It is. The item timing's come. They've hit their peak, at least one of them, and into Roshan they'll head. Monkey does have a BKB on the other side with a Diffusal Blade already up, but the Wraith King is still a couple hundred away from his relic, so he doesn't really want to come and join in on the fight. The smoke from the rest of Team Jekich and a double damage rune for Monkey might be the swing that they need. Roshan down to half HP. Yoku ready with Misha starting off. Moves into the pit, but he's been dropped, already dead, and this Pango's in trouble as well. A double for Naive as the last one of the Monkey King will hold him in place for Naive to whack away at this insolent hero. Wukong's command will buy some time, but the false promise is there from the troll, charging forward. Misha gets the stun, but Naive has the BKB to play around with now. 3 heroes dead with a buyback on the Lesh, and Naive doesn't care. Chappie maybe will get a stun forwards, but the rest of the Radiant team back him up with Viper and Oracle there. No entry into this Roshan pit as the mines barricade the way forward.
It's so hard to fight into this. Look at Viper. Duration 8 seconds, 5 seconds cooldown. He at 2 entrances, so you can't really come nearby Roche pit, and there's a ton of mines here.
It's nonsense. There's a couple of people in chat saying that mines won't activate when Pango's rolling.
They should. It appears as spell immunity.
Does he just like move too quickly? Like he rolls over them and they can't pop fast enough, I guess? Oh, he's going to move into the pit now. Roshan not dead just yet. They don't have the false promise for this troll. And he doesn't have battle trance or BKB either. With the bat, though, cutting the line, they'll change their target and find the Pango instead. Chappie with reincarnation ready, relic in hand, pops his skeletons and they need to contest. Roshan is nearly dead, but there are mines in the pit. Chappie loses his first life already, and no fear of Misha, they don't have anything left to give. They throw themselves willingly, their bodies, anything they can to save this Chappie Wraith King, but the Force Staff is not good enough. Doesn't get to the high ground, and in comes the troll. The cavalry charges in, and the Pango will clear them up. Easy peasy.
Man, they have so many routes. Status Trap, Road of Atos, Oracle's Fortune's End. They're not moving. They're keeping them in corrosive, whatever it's called, nether toxin. Sorry. Oh, he forced a BKB out of Monkey King. That's worth it. Doesn't matter if he gets the kill.
It absolutely is. I mean, that's his second BKB charge,
Viper,
right?
come on. Oh, Guardian Greaves. Guardian Greaves just ready.
Oh, that's unfortunate. This game is slipping out of hand for the Dire. Does it change enough when Wraith King gets Radiance? Is that going to be the item that's actually going to win them the game?
He needs so many items. He's going to need a BKB so he can move freely in these fights. He needs a Blink Dagger to position himself. It's going to be tough.
It's going to be harder than tough. Close to impossible. Oh dear. Where? Oh, top bounty rune, that's where. Techies immediately blows up Yoku after losing his own life. Bit of T-Tours. Well, the Shrike working on Rod of Atos. Misha in this position 5, trying to get what little farm he can. There's no fear now with the Ether Lens on top of the Force Staff.
Oh, scan connects.
Oh, is Batrider going to be able to grab this one? He's spotted by the creep wave, so FN very wisely jumping across to the east. And Misha on a bit of a warding mission. Try and give them some vision so they can play into this Radiant jungle and towards the tier 2s mid and bottom. And there's a nice little lane ward as well to maybe scout out the techies as he mines up the plateau area. And there he is. Zayats is there. They know that, yeah, they know. Mines in the middle. Don't run down that lane.
It's so hard to play against techies. It's simple if you think about, oh yeah, let's just not play where techies planted mines. Let's just play the other part of the map. It's not that easy. Like right now he has a lot of mana and he's cutting creep waves.
I missed it. Misha, we know what Misha did. He baited Zayats into blowing up the mines. I should have been watching. With that observer ward, he knew what was going on. Forced all the remotes to get popped. Wastes a lot of Zayats' time. He now positions himself a little further forward, though. Well, this map is getting smaller for the Dire side as Misha will get lassoed up. Nice telekinesis from No Fear, but there's the false promise behind, so Ghost Stick has no fear of no fear. Fireflies over the trees. And Yoku up top actually very, very ballsily just walking down the lane. Probably going to get found. 3 heroes from the Pango. They're swinging into action. Forward they go. Fortune's End. It will connect. Stops the ulti with another Rod of Atos. The roots are coming through. The break is there. And the Pangolier will not survive through that. I don't know. Yoku, that was an odd move, to say the least.
Radiant's bottom tower.
There's a lot of remote mines on mid right now. He's just cutting the creep wave. And he's going to have Aghanim Scepter in 300 gold.
No way. How is this real?
I feel like this troll is not going to die this game. But with the item build that he has, SNY, BKB, once he gets Satanic, it's going to be so much status resistance. They're going to not be able to keep him in place. And you have 2 cores who rely on dealing right-click damage to you against the whirling axes.
Misha's TP.
He's going to take time.
Straight into the Viper. Immediately dead. Kuman tanking through everything as FN's BKB looking for the kill, but Slayer's behind the Viper. Easy saves for the Pango as Yoku tries to roll into action. Can't really claim anything. And will immediately roll back on out again. 2 heroes dead for absolutely nothing. And the high ground push, it is inevitable now. The Pango are ready. Troll still has this Aegis. No, he doesn't. It's gone in 10 seconds. Ignore me. I'm a dum-dum. But he's got BKB Battle Trance. And he's got the Oracle behind him with a nice little Fortune's End to save him from danger. As the Aegis claimed.
Aegis timing is always off. Like, it doesn't end on 3 minutes exactly. It takes a couple of seconds.
It's the same with the creep waves. Like, the longer the game goes, there's like a time dilation or something like that with the way the clock works in the game and the way that the ticks of the server work. It doesn't line up exactly second by second.
That's American clock. It's not a Swiss clock.
Yeah, it's tragic, isn't it?
Dire's bottom shrine is under
Poor
attack.
workmanship. Oh, they get the tier 3 and they back out immediately,
Dire's bottom shrine
knowing that without Aegis and False Promise only now coming back up, they can fall to their side lanes and reset them across the river. But still leaving Zayat here to plant down a ton of mines, nearly killing No Fear with just a couple of them. And Chappie does have his Blink Dagger now. Walks over the remotes mid, loses his first life. Well, that's on cooldown now for 2 minutes. Like, it may not seem like a big thing, but it is. Chappie's second life is so vitally important to be able to move forward, break the line of mines, get on top of the enemy team. And without it now, they have to play afraid. That's the whole point they pick Wraith King, right?
He's not level 18, so only level 2 ulti. Techi's sign, do you know what AoE it is? I'm gonna go
like
check it out.
200 or something? It's pretty small. 150 or... You look it up, you'll find the proper numbers. I'm talking out of my ass, making things up as I go along.
Now you just need to sound confident, like 175. I know this guy on Twitter messaged me a couple of days ago. We had an argument. He just showed it to me. It's 175.
I don't like lying to people, Lacoste. Tell me when you found the real number. Melee barracks against the DD troll.
I was almost correct.
What is it?
125.
125, nice. Well, there goes the melee barracks. It was there a second ago, and now it's not. Double catapults, DD troll. Very simple, systematic destruction of the Dire base. And they've drawn the line to go down bottom as well. Tier 2 to be claimed, and likely, honestly, another lane of racks here coming for the Pango.
Yeah, suddenly this game feels unwinnable for them. They're not gonna scale that much, even with... Oh my god.
I caught that one. I just saw Nomad typing in chat, obsing a Techie's game is hell. It absolutely is. But I'm gonna see some of them. Very, very nice. Down with the Rubik and maybe down with the Wraith King. His ulti, 7 seconds. Oh no, Chappie's gone. Dead for a minute and they move in as well. But the Rod of Atos there. Viper striking Yoku, but he did manage to get off his ultimate. The trouble is this doesn't stop the train of destruction coming their way. Tier 2 bottom, easy for Naive. And they're going to break high ground again. There's no buyback on the Wraith King, so he is dead for another 45. And if they test for the buyback, they'll quickly realize he doesn't have it.
Let me tell you a story, Gary. Techies is not gonna
sorry,
survive
could you
first
start with
advanced
Once Upon a
phase.
Time? My stories have to start with Once Upon a Time.
Alright, once upon a time, in the beautiful land called the Dota 2, there was this guy from Kyrgyzstan called Zayats, and he plays a mean techies. You finish it.
Dire's bottom barracks.
Like, you already fell asleep. The story was that good.
I'm already crying. I hear the word techies and I've got tears in my eyes. What a tragic, tragic comedy. You could have read that out of one of Shakespeare's little plays. Zayats now. The thing is with techies, right? You think about where the game started, and he's planting mines on this line, right, on the map. And then they win a couple of fights, and he's planting on this line, and then this line, and then this line, and then this line, and all of a sudden he's holding you in your base. The demilitarized zone that you have to try and pass increases further and further away from the enemy base, and you just cannot break through it. Misha's trying right now, but it's not easy by any means. Oh shit, my bad.
You missed that one.
I did. I was watching Misha. Zayats, I hate you. God damn it. Okay, Rubik has a gem. Does that solve their problems? No, because Techies has agonyms. He's going to
Do you
have...
know that there's gonna be a guy who's now, and after they're done, he's gonna play techies. Like, press 1 if you're gonna be that guy.
Oh, it's going to be all of them, Lacoste. It's going to be all of them. But they won't watch the replay. They'll just, you know, pick techies, plant mines in random places, try and do their best. But no one can be like Zayats. He is a grandmaster chess player. He knows what he's doing. His brain is large and wrinkly. And he's clearing out creep waves easily. Roshan claimed in the blink of an eye. Troll grabs up the Aegis. Who's got the cheese? Troll does, with a double damage again for Naive. This is game end. Third lane of Rax is going to go top, and I think Team Jekich just calls GG off the back of this. 19,000 net worth lead for the Pango. They've pretty much closed it out. Lasso drag back. I do get the telekinesis to stop Monkey King from going down the cliff, but Naive with a satanic double damage rune goes to work now. On towards the Wraith King, who's already popped his Blade Mail. Second life is available. Now looking to take down this Troll, but he's being saved up by Slayer in the back. Has false promise in 10 seconds, and FN's focusing now, looking for the Oracle. Pops out the Wukong's command, and in comes the roll. Yoku's there with a lot of damage and control. They've grabbed up the Troll, and Naive, with his battle trance going, does finally fall. Cheese popped up by the Viper, and he's got Lotus Orb to play around with. Nether Toxin's being spammed out, and the Dire team against this false promise. Stolen by the Rubik, keeping Chappie alive, but they'll still lose a Lashrak on the front line. Rubik dived and killed behind his tier 3s, and the Pango, they force out the GG.
Man, what a sick performance by this team. I gotta give credit that only techies in this game, but Ghostic, he played so well. Boots of Travel first item paid off because he was buying so much time for his team, even though when he died a couple of times, he forced so many rotations, could see where they are, and techies bombed his own jungle. Item build, Troll Battle Fury. Most of the time, Trolls don't go for it, but in the end, he was 6-slotted because of it.
Like, Techies was what, level 2 at like 5-6 minutes? He got a Soul Ring just before 8 minutes. His early game was trash. Like, he couldn't do anything. He tried his hardest, but he couldn't go to any lanes. And then you can see that slow procedural build-up of the mines, stopping the Monkey King and Lashrak from diving jungle. Really nicely done by the Pango, showing why Techies is so powerful in the hands of a man like Zayat. Well, there we have it. We're now 2-1, the Pango leading in this best of 5. The winner goes to ESL One Mumbai. We'll take a quick break at the cost, won't we? Go grab yourselves a drink, a snack. Back in 5 minutes or so for Game 4 in this series.